When was the last time that you were bored? A minute ago? 5 minutes ago? Maybe earlier today? What was your body's response to that boredom? If you're anything like the author of today's Reddit story, it was distraction. That's what was used. Something so normal and so common that many of us can relate to it. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. My name is Raquel Perez, and I am a licensed professional counselor in the state of Colorado. My motto is creating space for insight. This is one place where I enjoy doing that by sharing my own stories and stories of others, and also how my mind and my body is making sense of the information. I also like sharing other tools such as meditations here. Well, with that, let's go ahead and get started with today's Reddit story. The title of this Reddit story is, "Was Always Distracted Until I Let Myself Be Bored." A few weeks ago, I realized something unsettling. I couldn't remember the last time I let my mind rest. Waiting in line? Scroll. Riding the bus? Scroll. Even brushing my teeth, a video was playing in the background. It hit me hard. I was terrified of boredom. Every time my brain had the chance to be quiet, I filled it with distractions. I was drowning out my own thoughts. A moment of stillness. One day, my phone died on the way home from work. No music, no scrolling, just me, sitting on the train, staring out the window. At first, it felt unbearable, like my mind was scrambling for something to latch onto. But then, something strange happened. I started noticing little things. The way the sunlight flickered through the windows, the soft murmur of conversations around me. Even the rhythm of the train became soothing. And within that stillness, my mind began to wander. What I learned from embracing boredom. That one accidental moment of stillness changed me. I started leaning into boredom instead of running from it. Here's what I found. Creativity blooms in silence. When I stopped filling every moment, I began having ideas I hadn't thought about in years. Clarity feels like peace. Without constant distractions, I had time to process my emotions and make sense of my thoughts. Life is full of beauty that we miss. On a walk without headphones, I noticed how the leaves danced in the wind and felt deeply connected to the world around me. Stillness is where you find yourself. We live in a world that tells us to fill every moment with more. More scrolling, more noise, more productivity. But the irony is, the best parts of life come when we stop. So here's my advice. The next time you feel bored, let it happen. Let the discomfort pass and see what's waiting on the other side. Boredom isn't an emptiness. It's a doorway. When I read through this story, I thought, wow, I couldn't agree more. From my perspective, the way my mind is organizing the information is that we have adapted to move away from pain, to move away from hurt, especially if we think back to our childhoods when we are unable to escape that pain or that hurt. One very beautiful way that our body does that is by distraction, by distracting ourselves from the pain and from the hurt. So it makes complete and total sense that oftentimes, in the face of things like boredom, we seek distractions to fill that time. It's a way that our body has adapted to be in the world. To make things even more complicated, at least it's my perspective, that we live in a world where more is glorified. More is better. We are expected to always be thinking ahead, moving, gaining more, more things, being more productive, just as the author says in the story. Even when that more comes at the cost of our own well-being. So with this in mind, I invite you to create space for stillness. Create space to stop, to be self-reflective, to be in the moment, and to see the world around you as it is. Without the distractions, without pulling for your phone or whatever it is that's going to distract you from that moment. Find those spaces where you can create space for insight, introspection, being in the moment, and self-awareness. Well, friends, that's all I have for this video. If you have found it useful or helpful in any way, please hit that like button down below. If you would like content just like it on a weekly basis, please subscribe to the channel. And if you are looking for more ways to create space for insight, check out this meditation for a body scan. And thank you so much for allowing me to be part of your healing journey. Until next time, bye for now.